Hopefully we end up on the other side of this, because if we do, then I think we can. All right, welcome to Talking Investing. I am Tom, and as always, this is not financial advice. Today I want to talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. Bitcoin is having a very big day today, and so are the Bitcoin miners. So I wanted to get a video out there, and there's a couple miners in specific I wanted to talk about as well. Those of you familiar with the channel, you know that we talk about Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners quite a bit on this channel. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. And also, if you like this video, please do us a favor and smash the like button. Also, feel free to leave any comments down below. We're just a few hours into the trading day today on Wednesday, and so far it has been a very, very green day. Bitcoin had a big jump overnight last night, and the miners are reacting accordingly. So I want to start out by just going to the miner big board. So I don't want to read everyone on this list, but you can see Marathon is a little bit of a standout at 13.7%. That's a very big update. Argo Blockchain is up 16% today. They've been beaten down quite a bit. DigiHost is up 12%. And remember, we're just a couple hours into the trading day, so I don't know where we're going to finish. Also, it's worth noting that Wolf is up 16% today. So that's a couple of days in a row that they've had positive momentum. They had a gigantic sell-off last week. They were down somewhere in the neighborhood of 70% in a week. So it looks like they've bottomed out and they're recovering. But again, at the moment, this board is green from top to bottom. So you guys can find the stocks you're invested in and take a look. And again, this is the middle of the trading day, so this is not where things are going to end. And we're at a little bit of an inflection point with Bitcoin on the charts, which we're going to take a look at in a minute. So that is going to largely depend on how the rest of the day goes and maybe even the rest of the week. So with that said, let's go take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Okay, this is the Bitcoin chart on the 30-minute time frame. So each one of these candles represents 30 minutes. This is the most recent candle. So you can see this line right here at 42,418. That's been a significant line. That was the bottom of the flash crash back on December 3rd. So that's a ways back now. However, this has stood as a line of both support and resistance over time. And you can see we bumped into this line 7 or 8 hours ago, and we've just been hanging around it ever since. It looked like we were going to break through. In the meantime, this orange line is where Bitcoin was when the equity markets closed yesterday. So from the close of yesterday until right now, Bitcoin is up almost 10%. So that is a gigantic move to the upside. Now remember, we did just have a 15% pullback in Bitcoin. So, you know, like we've talked about in recent videos, we've been bouncing up and down inside of the same range. But at the moment, we just took a big step towards heading towards the top of the range versus the bottom of the range. I'm going to zoom out. This is the Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. So each one of these candles represents 4 hours. This gives us a little more perspective. This dates back to the beginning of February. So you can see right at the beginning of February, we had a big spike up, and you know, we went from this line at 37,000. This red line has basically been the bottom of our trading range. And yes, we did dip below it one time and ran right back up to it. But basically for the month of February and March, this has been our line of support. And conversely, somewhere between this green line and this purple line has been our line of resistance. And really more so this green line right here. But this purple line is a much more significant line, so we'll talk about that. We've tested the green line 4 times as recently as March 1st, and that's at about 44,500-ish. 3 different times we had a candle wick up to this purple line. This purple line of 45,716, this dates all the way back to the beginning of the year. So basically in the year 2022, other than the first 2 days of trading, I believe, we have been below this purple line at $45,716. So that has been a line of resistance that's been fairly significant, and you can see it right here on this chart. So I zoomed out just a little bit so you can see where this started. We were at this purple line on January 5th. So that's the day we basically broke below this line. That was a big down day that day. And it's been resistance ever since. So basically all of the year 2022. I'm going to zoom out one more time. This is now Bitcoin on the 1-day time frame. So each one of these candles represents 1 day. So you'll see we've had a trend line here going for quite a while now. This started on January 22nd. And you can see Bitcoin was in an upward trend. Now we had some massive geopolitical stuff go on, and Bitcoin turned around and took a big nosedive down, and it went below our ascending line of support here. So it spent some time there, We had a gigantic day on February 28th. We got back above the line, stayed there for a few days, and then had a gigantic day down again. Also, I believe on more geopolitical stuff. It's a very tense environment out there right now, and that is having impact on the equities as well as Bitcoin and all the commodities, everything. So today you can see we're having another very big green candle. So the question is, can we get past that line of resistance that we were looking at in this $42,300 range and turn this back into support? We've been trending on this upward line of support, but we have not been able to get past this line of resistance. So those two things basically on my chart are going to come to a head next Friday. So something is going to have to break one way or the other. So I am hopeful. It would be nice if we could get back above this trend line and then have a 4-hour or even more preferably a daily candle close above this $45,500 mark and somewhere in the $46,000 range, so that we are clearly setting a new higher high and we clearly have broken out of this range that we have been range bound since the beginning of the year. I'm just going to real quickly point out the daily RSI is back over 50. So for those of you who watch the channel, you'll know that I basically, my opinion is that good things happen at the daily RSI over 50. So we crossed that line today, and once again, we have a giant green candle. So I'm hoping we can keep this momentum. This happened a few weeks ago, I think due to circumstances that are not related to Bitcoin, but obviously they affect Bitcoin. So we are now, just as of today, back over 50, so that's a positive sign, although it has been a roller coaster ride. And you can see as of right now, we just turned green again on the histogram here on the MACD, and we're having a bullish cross as we speak. So if all those things can get confirmed over the next 24 hours, then I do think we'll have a nice run and at least give a serious test at this $45,000 line. So we're shooting for $46,000. So we'll see. We've failed at this line several times, basically all year so far this year. But I'm hoping it looks like we're set up to take another run at it. I want to just look at a couple of Bitcoin miners in specific. The first one is HUT 8. So HUT is having a good day. They're up 12% right now. And like I said, all the miners are way up today. But 12 is one of the leaders. So they're having a good day. HUT established a line of support down here at about $4.45, call it $4.50. This was on January 24th, which was when Bitcoin hit its January low. We retested this on February 24th when Bitcoin hit its February low. It did run back down to this again, even though we really didn't get near the lows, but we've jumped back up today. So from where we're trading right now today to where HUT 8 was trading just 1 month ago, that would be a 47% increase if we go back to the price on February 10th. So, nothing has really happened in between then. They put out a February operations and mining update, and that was a positive report. It's just the stock has been taking a hit like all the Bitcoin miners based on external factors and, the downward pressure in Bitcoin. So again, this is not financial advice, but the first target I'm looking at is to just get back up here somewhere in this $8 range. And we're at $5.68 right now. So again, that would be around a 47% increase. Then I'm just going to go to this green line right here. This is December 3rd. So we always go back to December 3rd. That was the day of the Bitcoin flash crash. So this is just prior to the flash crash when Bitcoin was trading somewhere in the $56,000 range. At that time, HUT was trading over $11 at around $11.50. So if Bitcoin can rally, that would be just about exactly a double, just about a 100% increase in the stock price of HUT 8 if it could get back to that point. That is a very reasonable 3 to 6 month target. We may get there faster. You know how Bitcoin moves. It goes up and down in spurts. So I'm calling it a 3 to 6 month target. But again, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence. All the Bitcoin mining stocks, as you probably know, are very volatile. I want to look at just one more stock. Okay, this is CORZ Scientific on the 30-minute time frame, so each one of these candles is 30 minutes. So you'll see CORZ Scientific, as of February 28th, was trading somewhere up around $9.50, and it had hit that a couple of times, and it was trading higher than that prior to that. They came out with a big announcement that they were going to accelerate the end of the lockup period for the PIPE investors. This is a company that just went public via SPAC. That was supposed to be about 4 months from now, but they accelerated that to March 10th. The reason I'm going through this stock is today is March 9th. So tomorrow, that lockup period ends. So there will be a lot of shares of stock that are eligible for sale that were not previously eligible for sale. So I don't know what impact that's going to have on the sales price. You know, maybe it's already built in. It has run down quite a bit since that announcement. However, from the bottom yesterday until where it's trading right now, CORZ Scientific's up 25% in the last 2 trading days. So that's a pretty big run up going into this March 10th date. So this is a super volatile stock. I'm not buying or selling. I do have a position in this. I'm just going to hold and weather the storm because I don't know if this is already built in and tomorrow, will be a good day, or if a massive amount of shares are going to hit the market and get flooded and tomorrow's going to be a rough day. I don't even want to guess. So I'm just going to hold my position, but I did want to make everybody aware because tomorrow is the day. So if you're going to do anything with this position, you should understand that tomorrow is an important day. So I just want to close out by looking at Bitcoin on the 30-minute time frame again. So you can see we're at about 42,300. So we're still sitting right here at this line of resistance. So we have yet to break through this. I guess the rest of the day will tell us where we're going. Hopefully we end up on the other side of this, because if we do, then I think we can make a run back up to that purple line at around $45,500. If not, then we just continue to be range bound, and we're up 10% today. So if this fails, we may very well have a pullback, because this was a giant run up in one day. So I'm just glancing at the board. Everything is still green. Everything is still very green. Nothing's changed materially since we started talking. So I'll leave you with that. Those are my thoughts on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin miners. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.